Hey guys, I've been up all night thinking about the Suicide Squad. It's literally been 12 hours since I saw it, and it's all I can think about. I've been up all night thinking about it and how great it is. Yeah, so I've been thinking about that and also other things. So, as a James Gunn stan and Margot Robbie's husband, I must review this masterpiece. So yeah, The Suicide Squad is good, but is anybody surprised? James Gunn is an amazing writer and director, so The Suicide Squad was basically destined to be good. I don't want to get too much into it, but since the first Guardians of the Galaxy came out, James Gunn has always been an idol of mine. So you already know that I was excited to see him take on an R-rated superhero movie. Okay, Spencer, but why is The Suicide Squad so good? Well, let's get into it. Let's start off with the obvious, that being that James Gunn's direction in this film is amazing. This is the most James Gunny movie I've ever seen. And I truly love when I watch a movie and I can tell that a certain director made it. I don't like Batman v Superman, but I do like that I can tell that Zack Snyder did make that movie. Plus, I already love James Gunn's style, so seeing more of it was really awesome. James also uses new techniques in this movie that he didn't really do in any of his other films. I always love good shots and good lighting in movies, and this one has both good lighting and good shots. One technique he uses is he does really quick camera movements that look really cool, and he does really impressive long takes. And I haven't really been able to say it yet, but I love long takes. That's literally why I like Aquaman so much. But anyways, James also uses a cool technique while doing scene transitions. He uses the environment to start a scene transition. He uses tree branches that are growing into the words of 8 minutes earlier and shit like that. It's hard to explain. I'll try to show it if I can find a scene, but it's really cool to show your audience what's about to happen next. It's better than just a black screen that says 5 minutes earlier. Not only that, but James, Jesus Christ, I'm calling him James like he's my best fucking friend. You know what? I don't care. James also uses the surroundings to show the audience exposition, which I fucking love. I hate exposition, but I know that most times it is needed to explain a story. And James Gunn gives us exposition in an interesting way so that the audience stays engaged. It had me Also, if you thought that James Gunn was kidding with the whole "don't get too attached" tagline, then you are in for a treat. I won't spoil who dies, but holy shit, it was bananas. But speaking of characters, all of the characters are really great. Every character is so interesting and different, and seeing them come together was really cool. James has a knack for bringing characters together and making them bond and seem like actual friends. That makes him the perfect person to make a Suicide Squad movie. And as far as performances of those characters go, everyone is brilliant, especially my wife, Margot Robbie. But the standout, it has to be John Cena, cause holy fuck, he is hilarious. Some people may not realize it, but John Cena is actually a very good comedic actor. He has really good timing and knows how to deliver a joke well. After seeing him in this, I am so excited to see what he does in the Peacemaker show coming out next year. Yeah, but I could go all day talking about how great this movie is. Maybe when it comes out on Blu-ray, I'll make a video and talk about the scenes I liked and the little nuances I loved in the film and why it's such a great film. But right now, let's get into the things I did not like that much. And there is literally only one thing I didn't like about the movie, and it's not really a problem, it's just a thing that I noticed. See, as funny as this movie is, and it's super fucking funny, it's still not as funny as Guardians of the Galaxy for me. I'm not saying that a movie needs to be funny to be good, but it was strange to me that with an R rating, James Gunn's The Suicide Squad still not as funny as Guardians. I realized afterwards that maybe it was because James really had to experiment with jokes that were both funny for kids and adults when writing Guardians, and that makes those jokes very well thought out and funny. With the Suicide Squad, most of the jokes come from swearing. Not all of them, but like some of them. And even the swearing jokes are hilarious, but they are based more on, oh, this is funny because the character called him a bad word. I mean, all of this doesn't really matter though, because the Suicide Squad still had me cracking up, even with these jokes. James Gunn is just a really good writer, guys. Yeah, so this movie's hilarious, but I just don't think it's as funny as the Guardians films, and that's fine, it doesn't have to be. Like I said, movies don't have to be funny to be good movies. It just surprised me that it wasn't as funny as the Guardians movies. It was just surprising. But now, it's time to tell people if they should actually go see this movie. So here's the thing. If you like James Gunn and superhero movies, and are okay with super violent R-rated films, then you have to go see this. You have to. But if you are not good with a lot of blood and gore, then please don't see this movie. It is really violent. Also, this is not like Guardians of the Galaxy, so if you have children, don't take them to see this. This may seem obvious, but in my theater, there were like 10 kids seeing this with their parents. Fucking terrible parents, but whatever, I guess. Okay, but now it's time for the score. What am I gonna give the Suicide Squad? It's kind of crazy because it's only been like 3 months since I started the channel, so this score may seem weird to some, but I want everyone to know that I don't throw this score around willy-nilly, only when I actually see a movie that is good. Now, some people may see where I'm going with this. That's right, James Gunn's The Suicide Squad gets a 10 out of 10. It's fucking brilliant. So yep, that's the review, guys. Time to tell you to like and subscribe, hit the bell if you want. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And the James Gunn, if you're listening, please hire me. We'd make some fucking great movies together. But anyways, it's time for me to get back to my wife, Margot Robbie. So, okay, bye.